Avengers The Kang Dynasty finally has a director, a filmmaker, and his name is Destin Daniel Creen. And if you guys don't know who he is, well, he directed Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. And I'm excited for this news. And honestly, I'm actually glad they finally got down a director. Now, this is coming from the Hollywood Reporter. That's also on Deadline. So this is the reliable sources. So this is 100% confirmed, basically. But anyways, Destin Daniel Creen, Shang-Chi. And you guys know, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings is honestly a top 5 favorite MCU movie to me. I freaking love that movie. I remember being surprised how much I enjoyed it because I wasn't really the biggest fan of the trailers. But I really love Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. So to me, it is amazing that we have such a great filmmaker, someone who's made one of the best Marvel movies to be involved in Avengers The Kang Dynasty. So let's read the article, shall we? And it says, since the climactic wrap-up of 2019's Avengers Endgame which closed the chapter of the Marvel Cinematic Universe known as the Infinity Saga and grossed almost 2.8 billion worldwide, Marvel Studios has focused on introducing new heroes and pushing ahead with sequels of some of its top characters. But as revealed by Kevin Feige at Marvel's Saturday presentation at San Diego Comic-Con, the Avengers are assembling once again with two back-to-back movies set for 2025. Now, the movies he's talking about, you guys already know what they are, but Avengers The Kang Dynasty is coming around early 2025, while Avengers Secret Wars is coming at the end of 2025. Memories. Destin Daniel Creen, who helmed last year's Marvel hit Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, has come aboard to direct Avengers The Kang Dynasty. The Hollywood Reporter can exclusively reveal Creen is already well ensconced in the Marvel family. In addition to directing Shang-Chi, which grossed 432 million worldwide, he has an overall deal with Marvel that has signed in the wake of Shang-Chi's success. As part of that, he is developing with Andrew Guest and writer-producer on comedies such as Brooklyn Nine-Nine and Community, live-action series featuring Wonder Woman, which he will executive produce and possibly direct an episode or more. He also has a Shang-Chi sequel in the works. It is unclear who is writing the Kang Dynasty Avengers movie, or what heroes would even make up that team's roster for a story that helps close out Phase 6. Feige laid out a timeline that sees the Kang Dynasty arrive May 2nd of 2025, with another Avengers movie, Avengers Secret Wars, hitting November 7th, 2025. Kang is being played by Jonathan Majors. And introduced in one capacity in Marvel series Loki, Kang, or a version of him, will be reintroduced in Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, which is due out February 17, 2023. Quantumania is the movie that will launch Phase 5, and Loki Majors played Kang with the moniker He Who Remains, but the actor said at Comic-Con that there are multiple Kangs, and the one from Ant-Man is different from the one in Loki, which makes sense, because the one from Loki did die. But yeah, I don't think we got to read the rest, but you guys got the gist of it. Destin Daniel Creen is coming in. He's coming in hot. He's going to be directing the brand new Avengers The Kang Dynasty. Now, what do I think? What I think, me personally, is, hey, when you got a movie, bring on talent. Whether it's talented directors, talented actors, talented whoever's involved in the project, as long as they're talented, that's a win-win for me. And guess what? Destin Daniel Creen, while I may not know him much outside of Shang-Chi, Shang-Chi was a phenomenal film. It is a top 5 best MCU movie to me. It is a great movie. I loved it. It took Marvel by storm because a lot of people came out loving it, enjoying it. A lot of people now know who the character of Shang-Chi is, and a lot of that credit deserves on Destin Daniel Creen. And you know what? I like this because if you notice, Kevin Feige has this tendency of doing this where he'll bring a filmmaker and let them do more than just one thing. You know, he wants to have connections. He wants, like, for example, Payne Reed is now directing his third Ant-Man movie. James Gunn's directing his third Guardians movie. And they were, prior to this, not very known directors. And now they're getting trilogies. And, you know, the Russo brothers before Winter Soldier were not that very well known. Now they get to say that they directed both Infinity War and Endgame, some of the most culturally popular movies of all time. And Destin Daniel Creen is about to direct his, because Avengers, no matter what you say, this Avengers movie is going to hit 1 billion. It is. No matter how bad or good the trailers are. Definitely. And I'm going to tell you why. Number one, ever since Endgame, everyone knows who the Avengers are, or ever since 2012. But realistically, Endgame kind of solidified that, because it beat Avatar's record then until Avatar came back and beat it. But still, Avengers movies are the big thing. And the fact that we've had this gap, this time period to build up other characters, Shang-Chi and all that. You're now just building up more hype. And then when the Avengers movie comes out, the whole world's going to know about it. And they're going to be like, oh, the Avengers are back. The Avengers are back. But not only that, but Kang the Conqueror is one of the most interesting villains of all time. And he is the next Thanos. It's, of course, being played by a talented actor, Jonathan Majors, if you've seen him in Lovecraft Country, or County, oh, crap, why do I always forget the name? I don't know, but he's a talented actor, and you can never go wrong with talent. And honestly, Daniel Craig, he has experience working with Marvel, so, I mean, look, directing a Shang-Chi movie is different from an Avengers movie, but they're still the same basic gist. It's a superhero movie, you got a lot of pressure, you got a lot of people working. I guess the only different, I mean, it's a very difficult difference, but in Avengers you have to deal with a much larger cast, so it is going to be much more difficult. But I honestly think most MCU fans are going to love this news, because most MCU fans loved Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi was honestly the surprise of Phase 4, and I've even seen a lot of people saying that Shang-Chi was their favorite movie of Phase 4, so that's something major. Regardless of what it is, I'm excited for the news. I love Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, and I cannot wait to see what he has in store for Avengers The Kang Dynasty. And honestly, I hope this isn't like the situation we had with Fantastic Four, where John Watts, who directed all 3 Spider-Man movies, all 3 Tom Holland Spider-Man movies, he was supposed to be directing Fantastic Four for like an entire year. It was known. Everyone was like, all right, let's see what he does. And now he left, and now we don't even know who the heck is directing this Fantastic Four movie. We still don't know to this day. But hopefully that's not the case, because honestly, I want to see what Daniel Craig does. Now, the big question I do have for you guys is, who's going to direct Avengers Secret Wars? And I did a stream on this on Sunday, I believe, and I asked the question. There's no way they're going to have the same director direct 2 movies with a 6-month gap period. And I don't think it is, because honestly, I don't think Daniel Craig is going to be directing Secret Wars. I'm excited that he's directing the Kang Dynasty, but I think this is almost confirmation that he's not directing Secret Wars. I think they're going to get another filmmaker, because back-to-back Avengers movies, that's very stressful. And I know Infinity War and Endgame did it, but I feel like that's kind of a different scenario, because they did have a year apart. They knew. I don't know. 6 months is more different than an entire year. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm wrong, but I do wonder who's going to direct Secret Wars. And if it's Daniel Craig, holy crap, he's got a lot of pressure now. Just directing 1 Marvel movie is already enough pressure. Imagine directing 2 Avengers Marvel movies. Like slow your roll, buddy. I don't know. But anyways, whatever it is, let me know in the comment sections what do you think. Whatever it is, whether you agree, disagree with me, whether you're excited, whether you're not, whatever it is, let us know in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.